Hi guys, welcome back to shop. Hey, today I'm going to get back on the wiring on the, uh, what are we going to call this? The Twin Jet 90, I guess. There's some controversy about what it's called. I don't know. Uh, it's the engine has a H2 number on it. The the frame actually has an H2 right here. But if you get on the steering column, it looks like it's a YSC. And you know, I just don't know. A couple people on the internet said that it's a AT90, and I see some information about AT90s, and they are, like one gentleman told me, he says they're Japanese market only. So I'm not real sure, but at this point, I'm just going to continue calling it the Twin Jet 90. So what I've got to do today is, let's see here if I can get you a little closer. Okay, see these little square spots here? That it just appears that this stuff was just cut out, and I don't know whether somebody did it or the factory did it, but this is where the wires have to come out of for the spark plugs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean these up. You know, it just bent here and broke there, and it looks like there used to be kind of a little port here, oblong thing. But I'm going to go ahead and clean them up with a rotary file, and then I'm going to put some edging on it. Kind of like what I use on the seat pans. It just, you know, I'll probably take some glue, and you see this stuff is just, it's edging. And it's on the seat pans, of course, it's used to keep the seat cover from tearing as you hook it around. And this way here, I'll be using it as something to keep the wires from chafing on this rough cut area. It's the same on both sides. So I'm just going to clean them up and put the edging on. I do want to say that I've gotten most of the harness sheathed or taped up where I need it. I've got the ground strap made for the battery. These wires, I've got the eyelets on it for, these are the four that go to the coil, the positive side and the negative side. This is the horn. I've still got to put eyelets on it. But I did get the wire in that I needed. Here's the brown with a white tracer. And that goes to the flasher right here. And I'm probably going to have to change the flasher out. These things, out of all the bikes that I've worked on, I may have had one that the flasher was good on. This one is a little different looking, and it is a 12 volt, so it might fare a little better than the 6 volt ones. But I'll probably just go ahead and get a new automotive 12 volt flasher for an older car like a SF552 or something like that, and make a pigtail and put it on there just so that it will. But I don't even know whether this thing, I've got some of the flasher, the lights for it, but some of them are broken too, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to put them on. But we'll include all that anyway. Anyhow, when the switch comes in, these three wires will go to the switch. This, of course, is going to go to a double connector on the switch. One will come from the battery, and I've already got the fuse set up for that. I just use these mini fuses. I like these better. They're waterproof. It's just better than the old glass fuse. I'm not looking at a concourse restoration here, so I've been putting these on all the restorations that I do. I just ask people first if you want a little bit better reliability, and they don't have any problem with that. It's something you can always swap out if you've got to if you're going to do a concourse show or something. But I pulled this out of the frame right now so I can go ahead and clean up these holes up here. Let's see, I've got back here, this is the taillight, brake light, and these are the two for the signal lights back here. So everything is there. I've already ran the wire through the tube down here in the swing arm. It goes out the other side. Of course, depending on what I do with this thing, I may have to pull all this out, but at least it's all intact. It's not that big a deal to get it in and out. One thing that I will be doing is tearing the wheels down. The wheels are pretty pitted, so I've got new ones, so I'm going to put those on. They're kind of a unique thing. These are 17s, and I've got 17-inch tires, so I've got everything I need there, but I'm going to have to pull them off, de-spoke everything. I can't get rear spokes, so I'm going to take and send 2 of these, an inner and an outer, to Buchanan's, let them build me some new ones. I do have a set of front ones. I thought they were probably about the same. Before I send these off, as soon as I get those, they should be here in the next day or two, I will compare them. If I can get another pair of front ones if I need them. But if I can't, if they won't work, then I'll go ahead and send a pair of these off to Buchanan's. They're real quick. You know, once they get them, they'll have them back to me in 2 or 3 days. They're real quick on the service. Anyhow, that's where I'm going. First thing I'm going to do is clean these holes up and get the edging put in the holes to protect the wires. Okay, just going to use a little spray adhesive. Just going to put it in a little cup here and brush it on. This gives you quite a bit of work time. And to be quite honest with you, I probably only need it around the bottom and the back here, but I'll get what I can on this. The front probably won't go on very good because of this holder right here. Go ahead and get a little on the inside. Let's see. I know it's going to fight me a little bit here. Kind of hold it open while you get it on there. There it goes. But I know these corners are going to fight me. I tried to kind of round the corners out a little bit to make it a little easier to do this, but I don't know that it's going to help much. Okay, I think I got this acceptable in here. I wouldn't even put anything up here, but that wire does run like underneath this into there. So that's the one coming from the headlight. So that needed something there, and I just had to, it just was a terrible fight to get it in there. I didn't want to try to bend it around the front one. Anyhow, I think that's acceptable. The spark plug wire will come out from right here and down back this way. All right, I'm going to put these terminals on here. I've got the white and the silver, gray, whatever you want to call it, the green, the orange, and the black. So we'll kind of start them. And I'm reusing these terminals. So I may have to kind of stretch them out a little bit. Looks like I probably will. Yeah. Let me stretch these out. All right. Should be the end of those. Yeah. There. Okay. So we got all those hooked back up. And now we're going to work on the coil wires. Find out how long they need to be. I've got some 7mm spark plug wire here. That's the same thing they use. And I'm just going to give it a little extra. And just cut it just like that. And I think they're both the same, and thereabouts. Yeah, so we'll just make both of our new ones the same length. And get the spool out of her way. And I've already pulled off. You've got these three components right here that you've got to remove from the old ones. So you're gonna have your cap, and then this little ferrule, and then little rubber piece here. Actually, I believe that goes the other way. Yeah. Okay. And it looks like I'm gonna have to get something to slicken it up. I just use this like I use on tires. So Glide. There we go. And when it's all said and done, it'll pull it right down on top of it. Okay. Let me just go ahead and get the other one done while I'm doing that, because I've got all the goodie right here. There we go. Okay. And all we need to do then is just, you've got a needle right in the bottom there. You just push it down into it. It goes right into where the wire goes right here. And then all this stuff slides down there, and it then screws on, and it kind of tightens up against that ferrule there and keeps it from coming loose, and it water seals it also. So again, we've got the needle up inside. Okay. These are nice because you can replace that wire. Okay, then on the other end, I think these are okay. I'm gonna have to get them to come apart there. Okay, once that's through, you should be able to just, well, they may be vulcanized on there, I don't know. I've got some if I need to. I've got a feeling these are, let me do a little investigate. Okay, I had some new ones. Looks like these are, they must be glued on or something, so we're not getting those off. The ones I've got are, they're 5 kilo ohm resistor in them, which is okay unless you're running a resistor plug, in which case you don't want to have a resistor and a resistor. And these are going to take a little stuff to get these on too. Looks like a little more than what I've got on there. Okay, and then these have a little screw in the end of it, and they just screw on. They screw right into the wire. And you kind of know when it's in all the way, it'll want to back up more than it'll go forward. So that's where we're at right now. So then just slide your boot up. Onto it like that. And that's liquid isn't going to be a problem by the time we get ready to use it. And then you've got this little rubber boot right here that just fits over the end of it. So there you go. One new cable with ends. Both are Coil's done, and I'm going to go ahead and hook up the wiring to that, and then I'll fish them up inside. Okay, we've got our the browns go to the positive on both of them, and I think it's orange on this side. It won't matter, I guess, if it's backwards. We just swap the wires, but I believe that's correct. And then we've got the brown and the gray on the other side. And I don't know which one. I believe this one goes in first. I wonder, oh, this may not come through that hole. Man, it's always something, isn't it? Take the boot off the end of it. Maybe it will go. Be close. Yeah, just barely, maybe. Let's see if I can get it up there and figure out what to do with it. The other side's a little bigger, so if I can get this one, we should be good to go. And put that little rubber boot back on. Right like that, I think. It's not too bad, but it'd be easier if it wasn't inside something. Okay, and then this one will just go on there like that. And let me go around and get the other side on. All right, we got our other one on. Pushed it right up through there. And go just like that. Looks good. Now we've got our horn terminals to put on, and here's the wire that comes out of there and then goes up to the headlight bucket. And I'm almost thinking it may go here. I don't think it was there, but maybe it was. I think that may be where it goes. There's two like that, and I think back here we're all done until we get the switch, and then I've got to hook up the neutral light. Cover on there, and we're going to go ahead and get this one crimped on. good. And that one just sets up there, and then we screw the little bolt in there. And go get a 7, I think. 7. But I think I'm going to make this 15/64. Looks like it just about fits it right. And it's very small, so you don't want to overdo it. And you just pull this one down. I get those because I use a lot of them. The Enduros are the same. These are being repopped by KDI. Dave's got a bunch of that rubber stuff like that just works great. KDI Industries, I think, or something like that. Now we'll get our horn wires terminaled here. Okay, and we got our little boot there. Ah, boy, them little ones are hard for me to hold. Ah, just like that. All right, I think we are done, except for putting it together here in the headlight, and I'll have some bullets to put on back here, and I think I can go ahead and hook up the brake light switch. And then we just hook up all the same colored ones up here. Oops. That's not really wanting to stay put. Maybe if I keep my big old hand off of it, it will. All right. Got a lot of light colored ones here. These are really usually pretty easy. It's pretty rare that they sneak one in on you that doesn't seem like it should go. All right, you guys seen me plug in plugs before. I think that's just about all I can do. I don't have the switch. As soon as the switch comes in, I see that it's in New York, so it'll probably be here in another week or so. But I may have to go ahead and put automotive flasher in it. Those things just, it's my experience, they're never any good, but sometimes the 12-volt ones are. We're all hooked up inside on our coils. We're ready for the switch. We've got the 3 wires here, actually 4 wires. This one and that red and the blue and the brown, and this brown also goes into there. You got 2 doubles. One is a brown and one's a red. And then we've got the tail light. I've still got to make a harness for it. It's kind of hard. So, and this, I think, you know, it looks pretty poopy. I can probably put a regular US type on it, but I think I'd rather get this one re-chromed and put it on, because that's what came on it. And I've still got, I don't know whether I'll be able to find anybody to do the mufflers or not. This one I put in the de-rusting solution. It turned out pretty good. The other one I've still got to do. And I've also got to pull a dent on it. And here's the brake light switch. I've got it all ready to hook up. The wire's just stuffed back into the hole. And that's pretty much it. I will be pulling the engine out, and we'll be at least cleaning it up. I don't know whether we'll try to do anything. Maybe we'll ring it. I don't know. I do have to pull all the wheels off. I've got to send a couple spokes for the back one, probably into Buchanan's. The front one, I've got some for. So that's just about all I can do right now. That's 90% of it. It's all taken care of up here in the headlight, except for the headlight itself. And I probably am not going to hook up those blinkers unless I can find a couple of them that are broke to replace the broken ones I've got. So anyhow, that's just about it. So there you have it, guys. That's most of it anyway. It's you know, whenever you're doing something like this, just try to stay with the same color wires. Lay it all out so you can take care of the long ones first and just gradually go down to the shorter ones. And in what I like to do in this case, I did that, was I got all the wiring loom put together where I think it goes, and then I terminate my ends. You know, that way if I've got extra, I can cut it off. If I don't have enough, I can deal with that too. So it's, you know, you just have to be methodical when you're doing it, and you can't do it all in the afternoon. It just isn't going to happen for you, especially in where I'm at, because if I don't have something, I have to order it. There's just almost nothing in town that I can use on this stuff, you know, other than rattle can paint maybe. Anyhow, thanks for going along on the ride, and we'll see you next video.